walks, one of my favorite guests. It's Whitney Reynolds, another edition of Whitney's Women. And who do you have with you today, Whit?
Brooke, it is so great to be here. It's our final one of the year, which is so sad, but Whitney's Women is already planning for 2016.
Good.
We have an amazing group here today that supports women. So they kind of embody the Whitney's Women mentality.
Right.
So we have In Her Shoes Foundation, we have Rachel and Alexis. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank
We're
you
glad
so
to be
much.
here.
Yeah, it got chilly all of a sudden, you know. So
It did.
yeah. So tell us about In Her Shoes. You know, I'll throw this one to Rachel first. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure, of course. So In Her Shoes Foundation is a women's empowerment nonprofit. We bring together women of all ages and backgrounds to inspire, educate, and support the development and maintenance of a healthy lifestyle. Excuse me. Would you like to know anything about the history?
Yeah, so you told me earlier that it was a little bit, it's been new, it's fresh. So how did you even start it?
Well, it was started in 2008. It was founded by our brave CEO, Kasia Vereshinska. It began as Positive Girls Club. Kasia works in, she's got a degree in social work, and she works with at-risk communities. So she observed a dangerous environment for young girls, saw the need, and decided to found the current organization's currently In Her Shoes Foundation. But at the time it was founded, it was Positive Girls Club. So that was 2008. Then 2010 to 2011, there were lots of structural changes. It was incorporated as a nonprofit, and a board was assembled with a programming plan. So now, in 2015, we've, it of course acquired the name In Her Shoes Foundation.
Which I love.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good
Thank you.
name.
Yeah, so that's what
Kasha's a shoe person.
yeah,
so.
that's what I love about the name is it just kind of like makes you jump back for a second and say, wow, before you judge, just in general, like think about everyone has such a different journey, and we never know fully even with our best friends, we really know fully what's going on in their lives until we walk a day in their shoes. And most of us will never get that chance to do. So I love just the name in general because it starts with that. But then inspiring is in your mission statement, education's in it. So Alexis, tell us how you guys are doing that.
We have a couple of programs that we're launching in 2016 in order to really pull that off. And what we've done in the past is really partner with other volunteer organizations that were doing something really similar that we felt like we could support. But we wanted to kind of put our own stamp on this effort. So we have the Women's Professional Development Workshops, which have been ongoing, but we have them once a month. They're every third Monday. And at this point, they're hosted at Adler University here downtown in the Loop. And we cover a bunch of topics here, and they range from communication to conflict management to healthy relationships and handling a work-life balance, if you're a parent. And it's a great, introduction to the professional world if you're just entering the workforce. Okay. It's a great refresher if you're returning to the workforce, and it's a great refresher if you're in the workforce. And some conflict management is something that we all deal with.
Yeah, it is. And one thing that I love about what you're saying is going on at these events is it's like it could be someone that's been in the workplace forever or that's just starting out, but either way, it's always good for personal growth.
Exactly. And so we have, we thought similarly, what if rising? And it's actually very similar formatting because think about as a teenager who you would look to teach you about basic communication, like, think about eye contact, things that are important when you're trying to express yourself. Healthy lifestyle, education, nutrition, who teaches you about that? And if you don't have somebody in your life who is a fantastic role model there, where do you go for that outlet? And so Girl Rising addresses very similar themes as the Women's Professional Development Workshop, except it equips you as a teenager.
That is
for this.
One of my favorite quotes is, a girl with a dream becomes a woman with vision. And I feel like that is so true. If we can plant the seed of what it's like to be, a successful woman and what that looks like in all areas of life, not just in career, but life balance, all that kind of stuff. So that launches in 2016, right?
Correct.
Okay. So how are you getting the girls for this? So if there's a mom listening right now that's like, how does my daughter get involved?
Right, we're in very early development stages of this. In fact, the curriculum is up for approval this coming weekend. We've got a panel of educators and counselors and mental health professionals and parents who are going to take a look at everything that we're going to cover and either approve it or ask us to edit that. And at that point, then we can talk about where that will launch. We have several schools that are already interested, and we'll have to decide whether girls are nominated for this or they can sign up for it. But I think it will depend on what schools adopt it early.
Well, until this gets approved, you do have an event coming up this next Monday.
Correct.
So tell us about that.
That's part of our Women's Professional Development Workshop, and Lisa Payne, who is a nutritionist and an editor at Chicago Health Magazine, is going to be joining us and giving a talk about just daily nutrition, how to handle that, and how to set goals in the new year. And that's on Monday. It's actually not going to be hosted at Adler this week because Adler University is closed for the holidays. It will be at 155 North Michigan Avenue. And you can look that up on our Facebook page at In Her Shoes Foundation, and you can check it out on our website as well.
And
I was going to say, what a cool name that is. And Rachel, I was going to ask you a question.
Sure, yeah.
You know, one of the things about this is you get to see a lot of stories unfold with a foundation. So what is one of your favorite memories with working with this foundation?
Well, I have a great story actually about one of our specific volunteer projects that we recently did. We went to a assisted living facility with the individuals that were, housed there. So that was a really meaningful experience. We love to be able to just do those specific outreach where we go to a nonprofit that's a direct service type of organization and just give back to the community by taking on those projects.
Brooke, isn't this just amazing?
It
that
really
this
is.
exists?
It's just it feels so good to hear about this organization doing really, really positive things for women because these are things that you need, but you sometimes just don't know where to turn to. So it's nice to know that there is one central place where you can go and get so many of these really, really important, not just questions, but getting yourself prepped for really important life events. It's nice to know that there's a place that can help you kind of guide yourself through this until you get your own footing and can figure it out, because it's not an easy thing to figure out.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I have a lot of women whenever they're first moving in here. And when I first moved to Chicago, I didn't know where to start. I threw myself in a lot of situations that maybe I wasn't quite ready for, a bunch of different mixed get to meet other women. And at these classes, you actually you give them tools to go out in the workplace.
Exactly, and it's a great networking opportunity as well because you're going to meet a ton of people from lots of different careers and backgrounds, and just a great way to connect with other women in Chicago as well.
Yeah, networking is so key too, as you well know. And it's again nice that there's a place where you can go. And you're right, tools is a great word because these are tools that you need to succeed in, not just in life, but in your professional life, but in life in general.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, ladies, thank you so much for coming on. Where can they find out more about you?
You can easily find out on our website, inhershoesfoundation.org. And on the website, you can, certainly register for the event this coming Monday, and you can also become a member. It's only $49 per year. You get free access to all of these workshops.
Cool.
And number of other events. We have monthly social networking events, fundraising. Those you get free admission. So we can provide a lot of services if you sign up online. As well, you can feel free to like us on Twitter or Facebook. And another advantage of our website is you can certainly make a charitable donation.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much. And I'm anxiously awaiting the program that you're setting up for the next generation of women. That sounds amazing. Brooke, thank you for another wonderful year of Whitney's Women. It has been quite the year, right?
It's been great, and I look forward to more Whitney's Women next year, and we want to remind people to always tune into your show on PBS.
You got it. Monday nights at 6:30, folks. Okay.
Yep. We are out of time, so I want to thank all of my guests this week, and I hope everyone gets their Christmas shopping done. That's what's on my agenda for the rest of the weekend. So have a good one, and we'll talk to you next week here on The Weekly Show.